Hello and welcome back. My name is Paul Wilson, and today I have a little project for us. Um, it starts out with we're going to be scraping web pages for URLs. Well, actually, we're going to be scraping a web page for a URL and creating hyperlinks to all those URLs for my convenience. Before we even get started, I want to say a couple things. This channel needs your support. Feel free to subscribe to this channel to get new content every now and again, um, and like the video right off the bat so it shares it with people, and um, leave a comment, like anything that you can think of that you would want to comment about, put it in the comment section or whatever have you. And then I want you to visit the site. Visit the site, which is kind of a catalog of everything I've done and YouTube in and then it gives you you could download files, you could download the code and different things like that for different projects that I do. All right, without further ado, let's get started. All right, first, I've prepared a code that does this for us, and I'm going to start by breaking out what we need and start, um, putting it in the VBA editor. Let's see. So we're going to start with a new blank workbook. I'm going to, right off the bat, I'm going to save it as uh, gotta go to type XLSM so that it enables the macro. I'm going to put it on my desktop for now. I gotta stop doing that, but um, it's only going to be there for a little while. And I'm going to call it scrape page link .xlsm. All right. So that way we could save it, and we save it as a macro enabled file. All right. So I'm going to start with the code. I'm going to insert a module because this code is for a module. I'm going to rename the module. Uh, See if I could call it that. All right. Then I'm going to start plotting out the code. Like I've done this code before. Um, I have it working in a practical application for me. All right, so we're going to start the sub and we're going to end the sub. Then we need to identify Internet Explorer as, a declare a variable for Internet Explorer. So I'll do that next, right? Okay. We have some other variables that we're going to include. All right. We're going to declare HTML as an HTML object. We're going to need the element off the object as an object. We need to put the link as an object. eRow is going to be alone, and you'll see what eRow does for us. eRow is the row count variable. So this runs without glitching screen and all that. We're gonna disable application screen updating so that the code just runs. The screen doesn't update until the code is done, and we will reinsert that code back again as a true when we are done with this application. Okay. Now, what I'm going to need to do right after that is we're going to open Internet Explorer and go to the website. So this part of the code is going to do that for us. So I'm going to paste it piece by piece from my notes. All right. So we need to set IE as new Internet Explorer. Okay. Got to set our variables after declaring them. we do not want the web page to be visible, so I'm going to say false to that because we have IE as Internet Explorer, make it visible false. So you can put the variable, the command, and the result you want. All right, now we want to navigate to a page. Now you could change this to navigate to any page you want, right? But I'm just going to link it there for now and not mess with it. Then we have to wait for this page to load. And how do we do that? We're going to use a do-while loop. A do-while loop is basically do this while this is occurring. In this case, let's see. Here goes our code for that. It's going to do while IE ready state is like until it's complete, right? The application status bar is going to show us trying to go to website. Do events loop. So it's going to keep doing this loop until the website is ready. Now here's the deal. We don't want to run any part of this code further until the website is ready because it will not work, right? All right. Now we need to set up the IE document after the loop. We're going to get ready to display the text of HTML returned in the cell. Okay. Then we're going to set element COL equal to HTML get elements by tag name. What this code is going to allow us to do at this point is to look at the tags in the page in order to get what we are looking for. And it specifies it starts with an A. For some reason, like I'm not exactly a big time webmaster. I don't get too in details of the coding of the web pages, but there's a tag with A that starts as your link. So now we're going to run a loop, a for loop, okay, which is going to set up eRow every row equal to link. So we set, let's see, hold on, I got ahead of myself a little bit here. All right. Fix my code. Problem with copy and paste. All right. All right. And then we go back to set. All right. Control Z. That didn't work. We need to set our HTML document. Okay, now we're back on track. All right. So what we're doing is we're displaying text of HTML document returned in a cell. Range A1 is going to be equal to HTML document enter. But I have that code commented out because we don't exactly need it to work, right? It'll work without it. Now we'll insert the for loop. Let me get rid of that. All right, the for loop. Now, at this part of the code, I want to see what happens. Okay. So I'm going to move this aside. I'm going to work out the bugs as we go. Matter of fact, I'm going to put the breaks in. All right. So we got a compile error. User defined, type not defined. All right, here's what you do when you get this type of error message. You don't panic or nothing like that. You're going to go to Tools. Actually, you're going to stop this so it doesn't highlight. That means so the code's not running. And we're going to go to References. And we do not have all the available references set. The ones that are check marked are active and usable. So we need something along the lines that's going to help us get this web thing to work. So I'm going to go to the Microsoft section, and we're going to look through these real quick, and I'll tell you what to get next. You're going to need the HTML object library. Without that, this code will not run. Let's give it a shot. All right, we're going to step into it again. Okay. And we're still getting errors, so no big deal, no panic. So that just means we need more. All right, what else can we put in here that's going to help us out? Microsoft Win HTTP services, like anything that you can find that is going to help us on the web is what we want to put in here. And let me see, I'm going to go back to a previous file that I did just to see if something's missing. Developer. All right. So those are the objects that we are going to need to make something like this work. So we need to go back to that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take a little screenshot so I know what I need to make this code work. Let's move that out the way. Let's go to references. And that's what we need. So that's what I'm going to do with that. And then I'm going to close that. Then I'm going to work on our references. And I want to check to make sure that we have all our references. Or if we're missing one. So you got Visual Basic for applications, Excel 14.0 object library, OLE automation. I got the Office object library, the HTML object library, and I need the Microsoft Internet controls. So I'm going to take that one out and I'm going to go down to Microsoft Internet controls. Microsoft Internet controls. Internet controls. That's what we needed right there. All right. Let's proceed with testing this code. We should get further now. An F8, and as you see, we did. IE equals Internet Explorer. We don't want it visible. It's going to navigate to the page. It's going to do the loop, but it did the loop. It looks like the page is ready. And then it's going to do this loop. So I'm going to keep pressing F8, hold it. And it's going to get every link off the page. I'm going to press F5 now because I'm all right. All right, so I'm satisfied with the way the code runs so far. So what we have will get us the links, but we need something that's going to create the hyperlink. So I'm going to delete this. Let me get it back up. And we're going to put in the code that gets hyperlinks. After the next, I'm going to put in a comment. And what's going to happen is it's going to look at all the links on the page, and we're going to run a for loop, right? For each cell in the active sheet use range, if and let me get it right here. I want to indent and whatnot to make sure that it lines up properly. If trim cell is greater than blank or trim cell equals a URL, well, what are we going to do next? We're going to insert another if statement for the purpose of seeking out the HTTP. Oops. All right, I want to put it down there. All right, so if trim cell 4 equals HTTP, then it's going to handle the HTTP part. Then what we're going to do is add in this next portion. Active sheet hyperlink dot add cell trim cell dot value. So whatever the hyperlink is, it's going to make a hyperlink out of the text in that block or that cell, right? Okie dokie. So I'm going to work on finishing up our code. All right, so we're talking about creating the hyperlinks. Now we got an else to add in there. We're going to default to HTTP if no protocol was specified. And then we're going to actually use this next piece of code to add the hyperlinks to the cell. Okie dokie. So we're handling, this code will handle the HTTP and the HTTPS protocols. Okie dokie. Then we need to end the if because we have two nested if statements and we need to end the if twice. and the if twice, and then we have to go to the next object because it's a loop. All right, space that out. All right, now what we will need to do is close the IE down, close Internet Explorer down, and turn on screen updating. So the screen updating needs to be set to true because we had it to false at the top. Or did I? Huh. Funny. Well, that needs to be at the top. All right. Right off the bat. And then we're going to close down IE and reset the status bar and turn on screen updating. And then we're going to end the sub if it's not already in for us. All right, so we set IE to equal to nothing, whereas we set IE equal to new Internet Explorer. So it's going to be nothing now. It closes the that invisible Internet Explorer application. We reset the status bar to nothing, and we turn on application screen updating true. All right, I don't know about you, but I am ready to test this code. And I'm not going to run it with the brakes because the first part worked like smoothly. So I'm just going to put my cursor there and hit play and see what happens. And voila, there we have it. We have all our links. They're clickable. Like some of them I don't need. And it takes every link off the page. I just deleted everything down to the links that I need. And that's all. That's all it really takes. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave a comment. If you like what you saw, share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Um, leave a comment. Let us know. And we appreciate you watching today. Thank you very much. This is Paul Wilson, and I am signing out.